Shouldn't this be white Duarden? Why isn't this white dispossessed? How come it's still white dwarf? What's a dwarf? Next, white dwarf. Rules update for Hedonites of Slaanesh. Cool. I hope they get one of those good ones instead of one of those not good ones. Alright, I'm done with the, he has no clue. He hasn't leaked yet. Yeah, I don't know what the Deathmaster's stats are. I don't think we've seen him yet. It also means that Hedonites is not the next Chaos book. It means that Khorne probably is. Or, I don't know, maybe Tzeentch. Ahem. Oh, we have this. Okay, I didn't see this. I don't... Cool. Alright. Actual React Andy. I haven't seen this. I don't even have to Twitch act. Let's fucking go. I didn't know I would get this. I thought this was an upcoming one. Hell yeah, let's go. Death 1942. Thanks for the tier 1. I appreciate it. 8 months, almost as much time as it takes Games Workshop to write rules. Updates. Well, we'll see if we get our 8 months worth. How about? Anyway, good comment and thanks for the tier 1. Ahem. Battle traits. Add the following battle trait to the battle traits section in the battle tome, Hedonites of Slaanesh. Revel in pain. They have been for a while, as a matter of fact, but okay, enough with the fourth wall stuff, let's go. During battle, Hedonites of Slaanesh army gains the following abilities based on their current number of unspent depravity points. These abilities are cumulative. I hate this. I don't like this rule. This is a bad rule. It's just as bad as when Seraphon did it. Look, if you're accruing points that you spend to do something, you should have spending those points be good, right? Instead of like, okay, you're accruing these points, but don't do anything with it. It's like the, when you cast spells, but if you choose not to cast spells, you get points. I don't know. I don't like it. Do or do not. Anyway, maybe these are good because the summoning isn't anymore. DP 6 up. If a friendly Hedonite of Slaanesh unit receives the rally command, you can return 1 slain model to the unit for each 5 up instead of 6. Alright, well, I don't know if anybody plays Slaanesh out here, so in chat, any Slaanesh players. Tell me if I'm being unfair, alright? When a friendly Hedonites of Slaanesh unit that could possibly receive the rally command, i.e. like troops and stuff, when that unit is attacked by an enemy, it is dead. Like, that whole unit is dead. To a man. They're just gone. They are all dead. There's no, like, issuing a rally to them, because they're wiped out, for the most part. Like, if you're, you know, Seekers, or your, Blissbarb Archers, or your Daemonettes are attacked by something, they're generally slain outright. And there won't be any rallying. So this feels kind of bad, but maybe Slaanesh players see it differently than me, and they play the army, so maybe not. Nothing lives long enough to use it, or it isn't big enough to warrant it. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. This first one is sort of like, I don't know if they play the army. What if you damage your own guys with endless spells to generate depravity points? Well, most of your guys are 1 wound, right? Well, no, not actually true. You have a decent amount of multi-wound guys now. 12 up is added 2 to the move characteristic of friendly Slaanesh units. You're kind of fast enough that your +2 move isn't really your problem. That's not your problem. 18 DP is a lot. It didn't used to be a lot. It used to be 30 was a lot with the old book. 18, I don't know if you get there in time for it to matter. Look, a 5-up ward, sure, yeah, that's what you want as Slaanesh because all your shit's really fragile. Wouldn't it be cool if you had a 5-up, but 18 DP is a hell of a lot of DP. Yeah, you don't want more move characteristic. You wanted more, like, tricks to pull. You actually wanted that Skaven shit, to be honest. You wanted that, like, retreat and charge, or run and charge, or shoot and charge, maybe. Run and shoot. You wanted more stuff like that. I would... That being said, I don't know if I want to give Slaanesh a ward of 5-up. You're supposed to be the Glass Cannon army. Why are we giving you the Nurgle ability? Because you could just switch these two, right? Like, you could just say, oh, if you have 6 DP, you have a 5-up ward, and now it's, like, fast Nurgle, the army. But I think that steps on too many people's toes. I think this is just kind of a bad idea. And then 18 is, I think, more than you could possibly get. Once you get 18 DP, The game is so late that, I don't know. Yeah, this doesn't seem any good. I hate it. I kind of hate it. Bad. Choosing between spending your DP or keeping it is bad. And the abilities, one of which I don't think you should even get as an army, is so expensive that you won't get to use it. And then the other two, I shrug. This is bad. This is bad. I am sad. You couldn't have given them a Keeper of Secrets War Scroll that fucking does anything instead of... Can they target themselves at least again? Can we at least have Keepers of Secrets target themselves instead of have to work on a Grungno buddy system for your extremely expensive but fragile greater, quote-unquote, greater demons? Our match play. Grand strategy. When the battle ends, you complete this grand strategy if there are no enemy units with artifacts of power on the battlefield and there are one or more friendly units with artifacts of power on the battlefield. Never taken. Bad idea. Done badly. Battle tactics. Pick one enemy unit to complete this tactic. If wounds caused by attacks made by 3 or more different friendly units are allocated to that unit this turn. Okay, that's how you play. This is indeed how you play Slaanesh. Lots of multiple units picking away at stuff and being really tricky and using a lot of combined arms. So, good. If you roll really well, 2 of them might end up killing that unit and you screw yourself out of a battle tactic, which would be sad. I tend not to like battle tactics that if you happen to accidentally roll 6, you screw yourself over and lose 2 points. But with battle tactics, you know, you're just going to choose them if they're going to work this turn. You're not going to choose them if they don't, right? What if it was the amount of DP spent rather than not spent? That would be a good idea, Femonk. That would be a better idea. So, like, for instance, let's say your army is weak, and one of the things you do in your army is spend a resource. And so instead of giving you an alternative to spending that resource, so you're like not doing that, but you're doing something else instead. If you're like really weak, are we really going to ask you to like not do something to do something instead? I feel like the choice between either doing X or doing Y is something that you would split up some overpowered ability in a really strong army into. If your army is weak overall, maybe you would, like a bill, you would put a rider onto that bill where it's like, when you do this thing that isn't very good, it does something else also. So now it's like, good. You know, this should be like for the amount you've spent this game. It's a perfect solution. One of them. And the ability should have something to do with what you're trying to do. Yeah, hey, you know that resource we 30% overcosted your entire army for? What if you didn't use it? What if you didn't really use it, and then you got some vaguely kind of okay thing for not even using it? No? God, these Slaanesh players, they just take. Maybe they think Slaanesh is good? That'd be weird. That would be weird. Slaanesh is good when Bill Sousa plays it and dodges all the bad matchups, but literally every army is that good when someone world-class, skilled at the game, dodges their bad matchups and beats people with them. I don't think we balance for those people. We balance for Timmy and Tammy, for the most part. This is all Bill Sousa's fault. He can't stop. Oh, God damn. He can't keep getting away with this, right? You know, Femonk, you're right. This is a flavor win, in a sense. But only in a sense where, like, Mel. This is like the psychographic profile Mel. They love this. Because if you don't know anything about how good anything is, like let's say you don't play the game, but you're really into rules. Mel loves Slaanesh, actually. Because Mel is like, okay, this is the army of excess. This is the army of, you know, lewd just concepts and everything like that. Yeah, let's give them double pile-in, right? Because, I mean, piling in twice, just piling in over and over, that's got a certain imagery to it. I think that's... And the rules are obliging you to do it. It's basically a visual pun, right? Solid gold, right? Depravity points. What you use to... The shorthand for depravity points is DP. That's funny. That's a pun, right? Revel in pain. What if you don't spend your points and you keep not spending your points? Like you got a lot of points built up there, but you're not spending them quite yet, and then at the last moment you spend them, like point edging, right? That's hilarious. So like, from like a Mel point of view, like how rules interact with lore and oblige you to do in the fourth wall and puns and things, they love that. But the things that it actually like does in the game, they're crap, which is sad. Why is DP a pun? I'll tell you when you're older. Enrapturing Blur, pick one enemy hero that has no wounds allocated to the complete tactic if the unit is destroyed in the combat phase of this turn before it is picked to fight. Yeah, you could do that. You could pick that one. And then the Grand Feast. You complete this unit if you receive 12 or more Depravity points in this turn. That's a lot of Depravity to get in one turn, but I mean, it could happen. Yeah, your battle tactics are like kind of okay. Grand strategy, as with almost every grand strategy for an army ever written, totally useless. A waste of time. Yeah, you deprive yourself of Depravity. Good one. Core battalions. I don't know enough about Slaanesh, really. But I know that nobody plays Fiends. Or Daemonettes. That's for sure. So, yeah. Great one. Good try. Slaanesh is basically Hero Hammer plus Bliss Barbs, for the most part. Largely speaking. Contorted Epitome, Sidessa, or I can't remember which one is which. It's the one that lets you use a command ability from anywhere on the battlefield. It's that one. No Keepers, Lex Dessa. I can't remember what her name is. One of those two twins, the one that lets you use a CA anywhere. That one's the decent one. Open play, no thanks. Don't care.